Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a new day. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello, and hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello, and hello. All right, we're gonna start off with Al-Fatiha. Hey Xavier, welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome everyone. Come on in. Y'all, it's just been some stuff happening, and I'm trying to I'm confused as to why all the computer glitches are happening at the same fucking time, and it's some weird ass shit that's going on. But you know, this too shall pass. So anyway, hi guys, welcome to my platform. This is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay. I got notes. Also, just so y'all know, y'all camera don't seem like it's right, so I don't know what's up with that. Alright, so we got that. Alright, looks better. So we're going to do Surah Al-Fatiha in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises the In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you're displeased with, or those who are astray. Then we're going to go into Psalms 91. Hello, everyone. Come on in, come on in. So this morning when I was trying to set up the platform, nothing was doing what it's supposed to do. So what I normally do is I come over and I'll program it on my phone first. And then what ends up happening is that I will go to, if I'm going to program it early, which it wasn't early, but I was programming it for 9:15, which I would normally come and go behind the scenes to the back dashboard and alter it and fix it. That wasn't, it was a whole nother title that I didn't put in there. And so one of my notes is it's like two timelines running the same because on this channel on one thing it was saying something else, the thing that I programmed in there, and on a whole nother when I went to go do it like I normally do it, it's saying something else. It's saved as a draft and it was fucking weird. And so one of the things that I am supposed to tell y'all is this: do what you can and control what you control, and whatever else, leave it to God. But this is the thing. I had already said to myself that at this point in time, like at a certain time, I was going to go and do the other stuff that I needed to do, right? And so, what is up with this? Okay. I was going to go and do the other stuff that I needed to do. But because I was still trying to figure out, it was confusing and combobulate my brain that how is this saying this and this saying that. And then I ran past the time, and then it was just one of those things. Don't do that. because again, I got notes for y'all. Anyway, Psalms 91. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against the stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue Him. I will protect Him, for He acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer Him. I will guide him in trouble. I will deliver him. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. The other thing is this, because there's a lot of stuff happening. It say don't get distracted. Okay? Because mind you, as I was sitting here doing everything that I was doing, it was distraction after distraction after distraction. And it was starting to be rather fucking weird, because like, what the hell? What the hell? Anyway, one of my notes says continue to get prepared. All right, continue to get prepared, because there's something that you want to do, or something that you wish to do, or something that you know you need to do, right? And the way it explained, the way I got explained to it today was like, suppose you go to a building, right, and or some type of service that you need, and then it's like you being in line, and you're already ready, you already got your notes, you already got everything that you need, and you just waiting in line, right? Like, I'm gonna use the Social Security building. I don't know, because these niggas ain't never on time or anywhere, right? When you gotta go change your name, or when you gotta go get an ID or something of that nature. So you're in the line. Majestic Grace, I love you. Thank you for being here. She said, magnificent rising. All right, so when you're in the line, or it could be something that you know that you're qualified for, okay? So we can also use it at that. You could be looking for a new job, anything. You know you're qualified, right? This could be the waiting room in heaven. Go with what you want to put it in. You know you're qualified. You know you're next. You know that this job is for you. You know that this, you know, right? You already are prepared. But you still got to wait in line. And the people in front of you could be several people. Either way, you still gotta wait in this line. So then it showed it to me like this also, right? Like, you still gotta wait in line, but as you're in line, you start to acknowledge and you start to realize there's stuff that you have left undone. There's stuff that you need to do. Like, you're in line over here waiting, but at home you still got laundry. You're in line over here waiting, but at home it's still, you know, you got trash that you need to take out. You are, hey Charlene, Grand Rising, love you, thank you for being here. Leroy, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. So it's basically like, you know that whatever this is, whatever you've been praying for, whatever you've been waiting on, whatever God's already laid in your spirit and already told you is yours, but meanwhile, you still gotta wait in line. So it's giving that type of vibe. So the message today is, you're not who you were, and that changes everything. That the moment everything started to make sense, that's the moment when everything started to make sense. You're not your past. You're not who you used to be. You're growing, you're evolving, you're elevating, you're ascending. You have learned so much more. You have studied. You've done all the things that you need to do, but even in the process of doing some of the stuff that we need to do, we also know that sometimes we have left some things undone, unkept. Majestic Grace, that was one of the things this morning that I was trying to fix the channel, and that's one of the things that I was saying, that on this platform it said this thing, And because I had already programmed it and I was sitting here, I literally went to go and try to make it so that only the people that are subscribed here could conversate and talk, so that way, we was on the same page. But for some reason, like I said, it was a little weird thing to the tune of it made me write this shit down. This is happening, and so is this at the same fucking time. And it's a little annoying because also what happened was this. I didn't unhide that. You see what I'm saying? All I did was look at it. I didn't unhide it. And that's the other thing. This shit is doing whatever the hell it wants to do. I literally, this morning when I was over here, and this is also a part of the message because some of this shit is just going to be out of your hands, okay? And it may be the weirdest shit ever. It's take a note, write it down, go with it, and just keep it fucking pushing. Observe it, write it the fuck down if you got to keep it in your memory in the forefront. But literally this morning, I done sat here and I swear on my life I will die right now. I done noticed about 10 different fucking glitches that don't make sense. It's not normal. Like when I put the Surah Al-Fatiha here, the prayer. Like right now, don't make sense. My screen is just rotating, and I'm trying to get over to the other thing, right? But when I put the Surah Al-Fatiha in this morning, because I always normally program the top, so that way I can just go boom, 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 follow each one, right? Literally that shit disappeared, and I went to go redo it again. The shit shut down as if I didn't put it the hell there. And then when I redid it, the shit appeared again on another tab. Like, it's so much stuff that's not making sense. It just don't make sense. And one of the things is, because again, I started taking notes because I'm like, what the fuck? Your waiting line. Told you about that. You're qualified, but you have to wait your turn. Don't get distracted. To me, it feels like setting you back to square one, because that's the fucking way that it makes me feel. Like, if I already did this, and I already, like, because again, y'all, this is one of my, and it could be a flaw, or it could be my superpower. I am, like, get the shit done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knock it the fuck out. I don't want to dwell in the situation or the problem. Let's recognize the problem. Let's move the fuck on. I gets going, right? And so, to me, it feels like a setback when I gotta reprogram the same shit that I already did. So then my brain starts to do this thing, like, what's trying to hold me back? Because I'll be 10 steps ahead, and then it's either a person that's not doing the shit that they're supposed to do, or it's either the program is not doing what it's supposed to do. And then it reminds me, you have other stuff that you can go do. So even though because to me it's not, it feels like a setback, but then my brain starts to kick in and it says, well, what do you need to do that you haven't done? Because like right now, I got a fucking building sitting in my yard that a man is supposed to have already came and got. And if the man he needs to move it, because guess what? I got something that I need to do, but the building needs to be fucking gone. So I'm calling the motherfucker and I'm saying, can you please come get the building? Like, I don't give a fuck how you come get it, just fucking come get it. You see what I'm saying? And so, because on another note, I'm having premonitions about something that I already seen that shit already done. That's one of the things. Like, I seen it already done. And so, if I know that this has to be done, and it's like one of the steps that, is in order and has to be in order. Everything has to be in order. But there's a person sitting in the way. Then this morning, something else happened, and it's a person sitting in the way. So to me, I don't like that shit, because do your part and get the fuck on so I can do my part. And this the way it be, like, even throughout life. Like, you'll be waiting for something that somebody else got to do in the office that don't pertain to you. So you gotta wait because it's in an office that don't pertain to you. You gotta, the system has to do what the system is doing, but it's almost making me feel like I'm ahead of the system, but technically you're where you need to be. So whatever's happening in the timeline, I'm faster than the time. Like today, I didn't realize it was only the 22nd. But for me, for some reason, I feel like it should be like the 28th or the 29th. Either way, I'm not rushing nothing or nobody, but something don't feel right to me because I'm already this. And just so y'all know, the other thing was this. Anything and everything can change at the drop of the dime. At the what the hell is that? Weekdays and a what? You see what I'm saying? Some shit popped up. Why is that even there? That says wedding anniversary. Wedding anniversary June 20th. Like, what the fuck? Why is that even on my fucking phone? Like, I ain't never seen that shit, but all of a sudden now it's popping up on my screen. I'm divorced. But on my phone back there, the one that I'm streaming on with Twitch, just popped up a notification for a fucking wedding anniversary. You see what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? It's fucking 5 years later, and it's 5 years later, and I've never seen that shit. That shit is crazy. So why the hell? And that was the other thing. I got stuff that's being like, my phone is readjusting itself all on its fucking own, and I don't have it on to where it's like automatic program. I turned all of that off because it kept resetting my phone and restructuring my stuff to the tune of, my phone is brand new. Nobody has this number, right? So this phone is brand new. The number that everybody got is a fucking Google number, right? This phone don't have no messages or nothing in it. Somehow it reprogrammed and did that update and shit, and then all of a sudden it downloaded a gang of fucking messages to my phone. And I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, because it don't have no numbers, no names attached to the numbers because it's not in my phone. The only people that's in my phone, I got like fucking 4 or 5 people that's in my phone. So why the fuck are you downloading shit that I didn't ask for? Mind you, the shit is set to, don't fucking download that shit. But that ain't even the phone that I use. That's the phone that I'm always streaming on Twitch 24 hours a day. So why the fuck now is some bullshit popping up on my phone? And that's been a thing. Like the same fuck shit, as if it's like on this scenario, you're supposed to still be doing this. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm never doing that again. It's over. So why the fuck are you popping up on this phone? Like, that shit is weird. Anyway, so let me see if I can fix this shit now, because this morning when I was trying to fix it, it literally had a whole nother name and a whole nother it said draft. Like, normally when I go behind the scenes and I change it, it'll be live, because I'm doing a live right now, right? So what it'll say is the live, and then it'll have the name of whatever I named the live. You're not who you were. That changes everything. The moment everything started to make sense, that shit, it wasn't doing that. It was almost like it was invisible to where I couldn't touch it. So that I took that as it could have just been a YouTube glitch, right? But I deleted it, restarted it, and then it did the same exact thing. Didn't make sense. So then I started to pay attention, right? Because all of a sudden, if I start telling y'all shit like this, and yeah, it is crazy, Majestic Grace. But guess who sounds crazy while you delivering it? If it's being frantic and shit like that is happening. It's really like the system trying to gaslight me. And it's weird. Because again, I'll just be patient with the system. I'll wait you the fuck out the same way I know y'all gonna try to wait me the fuck out. But at the end of the day gonna end, I start writing notes. Now, this note says, I keep feeling ahead, but also there's stuff that wasn't all the way fully completed, right? Mind you, the draft is still here. This is the shit. Y'all look at this shit. This is the fucking draft that I'm talking about. The shit's still there. Same schedule. This is the shit that's popping up in the system. Same schedule, right? Look at the date. The date says the 22nd. It's saying that it's scheduled. But that's not, like, one is invisible. Like, I'm telling y'all, it feel like 2 things happening at the same time. And I done told y'all before that every time like stuff like this starts to happen, it make me feel like I did it still. Like it's me and me. But I didn't fucking do that. Literally, I fucking deleted the shit because I'm like, that don't make sense. I'm over here actively saying it don't make sense. I'm telling you it don't make sense. I didn't fucking do that. The one that I programmed is the one that's red, the one that we're talking about right here. This is the one that I did. And this shit is starting to get stranger and fucking stranger because it's not making sense. Like, I know tech don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? No. Like, I'm competent even in the smallest little things. Do you see that? It's two things. These two things at the top are scheduled for right now. And the only one that I'm working on, the one that I've been actively trying to change, because everybody knows that if I go over and I schedule something, right, I'll always try to put a video, so that way, because it's sitting for like 30-40 minutes, I can put an intro video there. I can go behind the scenes and I can make it so it is subscribers only and think like I just did. But this one that I'm working on wouldn't actively pop up. It was the other one that I didn't post, because if you look at them, the names are not even the same. The name is like the system, because at the beginning, like when you go behind the scenes, what happens is you can create a custom name that will always just show up. Hey Hawkins, I hope you're feeling well. You can create a name that always just shows up, right? And so that is a space that this space is a sanctuary for alignment and intuitive messages, right? That is a custom message that is put into the system. The name that I had already chose, you're not who you were, was already there. He said flawless rising, period. And thank you for being here. So anyway, the glitches. So it's hella fucking shit happening right now. But we ain't gonna worry about it. We gonna let the system do what it's gonna do. We gonna, whatever it is, and that's it. You know what you need. Okay? So this is the thing. Because anybody that's going through dark night of the soul, because I can tell you, like, some of this shit be spiritual shit. Anybody that's going through dark night of the soul, or you just feel off, and I ain't nobody's therapist, but I can tell you what happened to me. And I can tell you what goes on with me, right? When shit like this starts to happen, go do what you already said in your brain you was going to do. Leave this shit to where it is. Don't engage with it. Because whatever that is, it's just going to be what it's going to be. And you going to be out here looking crazy and fucking, spinning, chasing your tail when you got other shit to do. And that's the thing. Because I can show y'all it's right here. It's happening right in real time. Don't know why that shit is there. Don't know why the system was not showing me what I was working on, but it was showing me whatever that was working on. Energy is rising. Temperatures getting hot. You ain't never fucking lied. Like, literally. And it's fucking hot. And that's the other thing. Yesterday it's been raining, so it should be cool. It's still fucking high humidity and hot as fuck. Like it's the fucking rainforest or something. And it's weird because I said that to my son yesterday. I said, why the fuck is it so hot? It ain't adding up. It's raining. Something's not right. Like, something is not right in the system. But mind you, everything's doing what it's doing. Anyway, so we beyond that. Got y'all together. So we're going to go over here, okay? Just follow the order. And don't even fucking worry about it. Because it's going to make you feel like you're fucking tripping. And you're not. Put more pressing things ahead of it. Because whatever is happening in the energy, put more pressing things. There's two suns in the sky. And mind you, I'm over here. I don't know if you've been listening because I know you just got here. But I've been saying, like, it's two energies that are running right now. And it's a weird ass fucking thing because I can see it in real time. Mind you, I know for a fact that I didn't do that. I know that I had already created a name. I was sitting in the bathroom when I wrote the shit. And so when I wrote the title and when I actually programmed the channel, I was sitting in the bathroom. So there's no way that when I got down here, because this is two different, time and moments in time, there's no reason why it shouldn't have popped up with the actual name that I had. Because if anybody that knows or don't know, as you're online, when you're on here, you have to when you program from your phone, you have to, because otherwise it won't work. So something, if you program from your desktop, you have to go to your desktop. If you program from your phone, you have to go to your phone. So I program from my phone because I'm streaming from my phone. There's no reason why that name should be in there. It was all programmed like it should be from the beginning. But guess what? Fuck it. Also, I have some zodiac signs for y'all. So anybody that is interested in zodiac signs, I do have that also, because it's been a morning. Okay. Brand deals important. I'm gonna talk to y'all about something else that I saw, but for some reason brand deals keep being a thing. Because when I got here, I watched something that was talking about a lady with a brand deal and not letting your shit go, right? So this could be somebody it could be a future thing, because again, I already told you I've been having things about outside and the way it looked and everything else. And I'm going to say it like this because I always listen to it. She said it was Cardi B, and then I haven't been listening to it lately, but it's something that popped in my brain that pertained to that. She said that she ain't always been the best wife, right? However she worded it, I'm paraphrasing. She ain't always been the best wife, and that when he needed her, she put her career first, right? And as she should. Like, it's okay for you to give in to people, but fucking put your ass first. Because guess what? If she hadn't fucking put her ass first, and that nigga was out there doing what the fuck he was doing, and ain't nobody trying to stop nobody from doing what the fuck they doing, then she wouldn't have done what she did. She wouldn't have gotten what she got in the end. So be mindful that it's okay for you to put your ass first. Just know that. Anyway, so in case anybody has not seen something, somehow I happened upon Netflix series called what the fuck? What's the thing when you got multiple wives? The polygamist. No, it's what is it called when you got multiple wives? It's not the that's a thing, that's the name, but it's not that. It starts with a P. Polygamy, the polygamist, y'all. And the shit left me like scene after scene after scene, like show after show after show was leaving me like fucking wow. Okay? I have my camera set up a certain way, and the sun rises in different spots every rising. Ooh, I love that. He said confirmation. There's 2 suns in the sky. All right, so as I'm watching this shit, and it pertains to the message, so continue on. You know, we gonna get somewhere, and I'm gonna get y'all what's over here. So as the beginning is the man that's been married to this lady 20 years, right? And then it starts to unravel and show all of this stuff. So the lady's name is Joyce that he's married to. They done built a fucking empire, right? J&J, which was funny to me because it used to be a trailer park that I lived in called J&J Trailer Park, right? Anyway, long story short. So it starts to go into this man's life because he out here just fucking bitches, okay? And mind you, it shows how he did the first thing. And mind you, supposedly a good husband, but then come to find out this nigga ain't never been, well, I guess he has been a good husband, but never been a good fucking husband. So 2 things can be true at the same fucking time, okay? So the guy, it starts off showing that, you know, she had a baby and, you know, this, that, and the third, and they were such a happy rising couple and all of this good shit. So then the wife has a baby. On the same day that the wife has a baby, it shows this lady that was plotting on him because she was fucking the brother, and you gotta remember this is a wealthy family, so she was fucking the brother first, but she was trying to get to the head nigga, right? Anyway, so she gets to the head nigga. He lets her in, but mind you, he fucked this bitch the same night that his wife had just had a baby, right? So she was at the hospital. Anyway, not even important. The shit ends up so intertwining and so intertangling into their life that the wife decided, because she had her own shit, brand deals and things of that nature, she had her own shit to where she had to save face in front of, because she had contracts and things of that nature. So she mind you, the wife is a gangster bitch. I love women that, okay, you did this, bitch, but we gonna keep this shit the way it's supposed to be. And I knew it from the beginning. When this shit started, from the very, very beginning, I already knew that she was gonna get this nigga. So the wife comes up with the way to make this wife, and I'm jumping around just so y'all know, so y'all gonna have to watch it. Comes up with a way, because they're African, and she says, we gonna make her the second wife. Okay? So she makes her the second wife. But mind you, this day before she burns down the fucking house. So she burned down the house when it was just his bitch. And the girl calls the police. The husband says, we don't call the police. We handle shit. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. Mind you, long story short, as the seasons go on, it goes back to now she's the second wife. But mind you, before he even met the first wife, he was already in a relationship with somebody. The somebody had gave him the money to go to school to become the nigga that he is today. So he already had the wife, the one that he met while he was at school. And again, I'm jumping the fuck around, so when y'all see this shit, it's gonna be told hella out of order, because you know. So when he goes off to school, which the other bitch paid for, the bitch that he was with beforehand, she gave him the money. He goes to school. He meets another bitch. He's supposed to come home to her, but he meets another girl, a wealthy girl. Her family puts him in position. He don't show up to the other bitch, the one that gave him the money, until 8 years later. But when he showed up with all the trappings of the things that they had talked about. So he didn't forget about her, which I did like the fact that he didn't forget about her. She wanted a BMW. So when the very day that he shows up 8 years later, he brings her the BMW. She has a son at this moment in time. They get back into the mix, and now all of a sudden she has a baby. She marries this nigga after he had already had a wife, though, because while he was at school, by the time she sees him 8 years later, she had already seen in the newspaper that this nigga had another wife. So he asked her, will she be the second wife, without the first wife knowing. Okay? But because of their culture, and she was, basically ready to talk shit, but because of their culture, she says yes. The family shows up, they bring her dowry and all this other extra shit. Now this one, the shit hit the fan. He's out with the second wife that he told the second wife that the first wife knew about her. They get shopping, him and the second wife, they holding hands, they in the store, and they shopping around. The first wife is in the store. So the wife is pregnant, and she pregnant. So the wife says, who the hell's this? He lies in front of the second wife and tells the first wife that the second wife is his brother's wife. So now they done created this shit. And so for this whole entire time, up until the 20 years when this new bitch come in, the wife is thinking that this is the brother's wife. They done made it. They visiting the family, hanging out. The nigga got a daughter with this woman, because she had a daughter too. And this whole entire time, mind you, the crazy part is that the daughter knew that was her dad. And so he treating the daughter like it ain't his daughter. But meanwhile, the cousin supposedly is coming over, hanging out with the real daughter, watching them have this life of, success and stature and grandeur. And the girl wants what she should be having, because she's his daughter as well. But they're not getting that. Anyway, so when the new, mind you, none of this is even in existence at this point in time. So when she found out that he was getting ready to leave, because she was supposed to be getting ready to set up for her business deal and everything else. So when she finds out about that, the lady that is the second wife is faking like she's the brother's wife. So she secretly don't like this bitch. And this is another thing. People will have people to fuck around you that don't have your best interest at heart. Everybody, because it made me feel bad for the lady, because you got to think, how many people do you have around you that know stories and know shit about other people that don't have the best interest at heart for you? But mind you, all these people actively playing around in your face and around your life. Because remember, the second wife, which is really the brother, she's really the second wife, but she's been actively acting like she's the brother's wife this whole entire time, been coming to your house, eating your food, doing all of this shit. The wife then went to, the first wife then went to the brother's wife, which is technically the nigga's second wife that she don't know. And she's asking her for advice because she's now, mind you, this nigga fucking everybody. Okay, so just so you know, the wife is going to the second wife asking her for advice because it's being known that the brother, which ain't this bitch husband, is out fucking around, but he's fucking around because that ain't his wife. You see what I'm saying? So she's going to her asking for advice. Well, you know the stories, this, that, and third about, what's being said about your husband. But meanwhile, that ain't her fucking husband. So he can do whatever he wants. Anyway, she gave her the advice. Long story short, so now he gets another woman that now is intertwined into the life. And because it's getting ready to start to fuck up, other stuff, the wife comes up with a story that, hold on, let me go back, because what ends up happening before she even suggested this, she finds out that he's getting ready to fuck up what he needs to do. The girl that he's fucking with is getting ready to try to sabotage their life because she tries to get him to divorce this woman. All right, so he gives her divorce papers, but mind you, this is in a mix of her getting ready to ascend into her lifestyle, that her own shit, right, to make her own money by herself. And so she now goes to the house. She finds the passport. She set the shit on fire, which ended up setting the house on fire. And then the girl called the police. All right. So as she was in jail, and this is how I knew some shit was going to go awry. As she was in jail, she meets another lady, and the lady's telling her the story. This man that did da 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 da, and he gave her HIV. So the wife ends up telling her story, but the lady already knew her because she said, I knew you. So when that happened, I knew that bitch was going to come back. And this is the other thing. Trust your intuition, because it's like a thing. Human nature. Like, you don't have to be a fucking mind reader. You don't have to be a psychic. You don't have to be any of that to be able to trust your gut and to know what's about to happen next. And that don't have to be in movies. I'm talking about real fucking life. It is human nature. It don't matter, because everybody's doing their journey. Everybody's doing, what they came to Earth to do, Earth school to do, right? We all learning, we all growing, we all developing. And in the midst of that, they tell us that you're supposed to, have love and happiness and all this other stuff in the mix of. But mind you, love and happiness looks different to different people. My love and my happiness might not be the same thing that somebody else requires to be love and happiness. And one thing that I've learned even growing up, and I always said this, I ain't never left a nigga for cheating. Not one time. Because to me, it always felt like, matter of fact, we ain't even gonna get into that. It don't even fucking matter. The point of it is trust your intuition, okay? So, in that, I already knew how this was going to play the fuck out. Because the minute she said that nigga gave her HIV, nobody thought about it. But I thought about it. Because, lady, your husband is doing the same thing, right? And for all intents purposes, you would wish that nothing would happen, right? Anyway, the husband comes and bails her ass out. And mind you, this is the day of her whole entire ceremony and everything that's about to happen for her brand deal and for all this other shit. They supposed to be renewing their vows, but meanwhile this nigga was getting ready to take off that night with another bitch off to somewhere else, and she burns the house down, but they're renewing their vows the next day. So anyway, she ends up telling him that you got to show up to the renewal, because of the fact that I got all this other stuff going on and we already planned it. And if you show up there, I'll sign the divorce papers after, right? Because the wife is calculating. And regardless of the fact, it is, I love her. Because I love when a plan comes together. Because, bitch, what the fuck you thought? Anyway, long story short, he says no, because he said he ain't going to do it like that. He ain't going to let her control nothing. So she called the minister's wife. The minister is a nigga that is in control of his next project, and he needs that money. So the minister and his wife pull a play. Mind you, everybody know all these niggas is cheating because this is their heritage. And to them, it's not really cheating. But it's cheating because if you didn't tell this bitch, it's cheating. Right? Because y'all, the shit takes a spin that's crazy. So anyway, the minister and his wife shows up. The minister wife coming in there and they talking. The man shows up. First, the bitch shows up to the wedding. Okay? The renewal. His bitch showed up in red, and they kept her in red the whole entire time. Significant, right? So she shows up because she wants the wife to be exposed. She wants the wife to, look crazy and everything else. Another thing, I don't give a fuck what y'all people be doing in your life and how you do it. But watch how you play with people. Even if you want to do some shit on the sidelines, watch how the fuck you play with people. This man was giving this woman too much access to play with a bitch that he had for 20 years. Sujil, hi, love you, thank you for being here. So the bitch shows up first. And everybody looking around because the nigga ain't there yet. Anyway, long story short, the nigga shows up. Now the bitch is in the back drinking her wine, looking crazy. The mom, everybody is in on this shit. The mom, everybody knows what everybody's doing, right? Because it's African. These people be paying attention, right? So anyway, he shows up. Somehow in his brain that day when they start talking, because the minister and the wife say, the wife says, y'all are a package deal. So you get the money, you get the elevate, but this is a package deal, right? Now this is also the funny part. The whole entire time, because I'm going to jump a little bit, the whole entire time that the wife was saying, no, I beg of you, I wish for you, this, that, and the third. The whole entire time she was saying that, this nigga was playing in her face. Anyway, long story short, somewhere throughout the marriage or throughout that day in the whole renewal thing, she asked him, she said, when did you fall out of love with me? Right? Human nature. Sometimes it's not even falling out of love. Sometimes it is just not paying attention. Sometimes it is you have your journey, I have my journey, and then this bitch then came in and corrupted the whole entire thing. People fail to realize that when I'm fucking and sucking good, you ain't got no complaints, right? Nobody got no complaints. And I loved how it took a turn like it did what it normally does. This is what happens in relationships and society and people. The bitch that, is younger, this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da-da, dicking you down, kissing you, you dicking her down, y'all doing all this other shit, right? But they're trying to get you. They're trying to pull you in. They're trying to, sway you away from that person. So anytime you want me to bend it over, I'm going to bend that ass over. Anytime you want it, I'm going to give it to you. It don't matter where it is. It's going to be fun. It's going to be spontaneous. It's going to be all these things, right? So anyway, long story short, while the bitch is there, she's watching this nigga romance his wife because they got to put on a show because the ministers, everybody's watching. But mind you, remember the brother's wife is there, which is technically this nigga's wife that he grew up with, mind you, his whole entire life. Like when it starts, this nigga gets his ass beat, he's young, and the girl protects him, and from that point on they was like this. So you got a bitch sitting here that is watching every fucking play, that knows every fucking thing. The wife is kind of oblivious, but she knows a little bit. And then you got this bitch over here conniving. So it's 3 bitches already at the party that, don't nobody know about all the 3 bitches. But people know about all the 3 bitches. All right. So they put on a good... And the wife is beautiful, just so you know. She has her own, whatever. By the end of the night, the wife signs the divorce papers, gives it to this nigga, and I'm out. We gonna do whatever. You know what the husband did? All of a sudden, he didn't want to get divorced no more. All of a sudden, he's staying home. All of a sudden, it's, I want to be here. And so now they spend the night together. All right, cool. Because that's her husband, that's his wife. You know what I mean? They've been together 20 years. I understand it. I totally get it. I'm in. I'm invested, right? Don't ask me how I found this shit. Because, anyway, the cameras cut off yesterday, and I was like, that must be a sign for me to do something, and so I did that. That's how I found that. Anyway, so now he's at the house. You know who shows up the next day? The bitch. And now she's mad. And now she's arguing. And now she's, what you call it, nagging. You know what he does? Blows her the fuck off. Because, ain't nobody worried about that. So the wife, this is where the wife now goes to the brother's wife, but it's his wife. So the wife now goes to the other wife, not knowing that that's the other wife. And she asked her, she said, how do you do it? She said, do what? You know all the rumors that are around about him cheating and doing all this stuff. How do you do it? Mind you, they got the same fucking husband. Little do the wife, the first wife, know, right? So what she tells her is this. She says, no man wants to hear no woman always nagging. If he leaves and he is gone for a while, when you come back, you feed him. You give him what he wants. And you do it with a smile. Mind you, she don't realize that she's giving her advice on her own man. You see what I'm saying? So, but she ain't lying though. Because the nigga, as soon as the new fresh bitch started doing that, all of a sudden she done shown up and then ran up on this nigga. They get ready to go play golf. She's at the golf course nagging, when are you coming home? Because now the shit, her persona's falling apart. Slowly but surely. Right? Okay. So after that happens, and now some other people are starting to see, whatever it is, the wife and the husband, because the husband is putting on a very good show. The side bitch now decides, you know what? This nigga done underestimated me. So now I'm gonna go fuck with a nigga that got more than this nigga. Because I'm going to fucking get his ass back. It didn't even take long. Because guess what happened? Him and his wife, the man and the wife, is out on, a lunch date, dinner date. And guess who? The wife goes to the bathroom. And guess what happens? The husband now sees the bitch. Guess who she out with? The fucking minister. Because he fired her. Because they was at work together. He fired her ass. So she's now out with the minister. That done pissed this nigga off because, you know how niggas do. It's be a pissing contest. This nigga know this nigga got more than him. And he told this bitch, grabbed her up by her neck, bitch, you're mine. So all of a sudden, he's back with her, right? The wife don't know. He's still putting on, the persona, this, that, and the third. So the wife goes because the husband is now actively trying to get the wife pregnant. And the wife says she remembered that because she's still having flashbacks. Now, anybody that's ever been cheated on and a nigga come back or the bitch come back, everybody knows that you still you still feel how you feel. Mind you, I'm just watching the shit and I'm feeling how I felt, right? So he says, are you still bringing this shit up? This the thing, but nobody ever realizes that for the person that got cheated on or for the person that got hurt, we still have memories of how certain things are happening. So for her, it is, and her mom kept trying to warn her. Her mom kept telling, you got to get dressed, you got to put on clothes, but not realizing your whole body didn't change now. When women have kids, and I don't know what does it for men, because I ain't no fucking man, and I ain't gonna be in, say that. But for women, I know for a fact that when you have children, you now are in a body that you ain't never had before. You're now dealing with, your hormones could be off. You're dealing with whatever the fuck is going on in your body. And so now when the kid comes along, that puts a strain on your body. You be fucking tired. This nigga wants you to pop it, lock and drop it, bust it open, do all this extra shit. And on top of that, you could actively be feeding a whole tiny little human. You could be, doing all the shit everything. And then this nigga only cares about his shit because he ain't nursing no baby. He probably ain't even taking care of the baby for the majority of the time. He just doing whatever the fuck he doing. And then he still wants you to put on a smile. And, oh, I love you so much. And this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, nigga, my fucking body done changed. Just a little nigga in here that I gotta make sure don't die. And your bitch ass is only worried about your dick. So she's actively saying, oh, fuck no. Because she having flashbacks about this shit, right? So she is getting ready to go to the doctor and have a hysterectomy and get rid of having a baby, right? So then she thinks about it. And she's like, you know what? I shouldn't do this because she thinks of her vows that when she was renewing. So she's like, you know what? I can't do this without fucking telling him. The mom sees this nigga at the hospital. So the mom runs to her and the mom's like, he's here. And she's like, well, fuck. So the doctor comes in. The doctor now says, the women, whatever the last name is, the women are putting this hospital under pressure today. She said, what? The women, whoever the women are, the last name is putting these, he said, because one just delivered some babies down. And one just did something down in way. The wife runs down the motherfucking hallway down because she said, hold the fuck on. I'm the only bitch that, that's so true. I have 5 kids, and that's exactly how it went every time. Girl, it's human nature. Like I said, you ain't got to be a mind reader to do this shit. Like, literally, it's all you have to do is go through some stuff. And after you go through some stuff, you start to, human nature is human nature. And yes, you may get a little change here and there in the system, but either way, the shit's gonna be the same. Cause ain't a nigga around here that a bitch can't get, and ain't a bitch that around here that a nigga can't get. If in fact you put some time and, order into it, how much time you want to put into this? You see what I'm saying? Especially if you start seeing, certain things and you really want to do, the only way it's not going to go down is if it's like the attraction thing. But shit, you hang around a bitch long enough, guess what? That changes too. Anyway, so she runs down the fucking hallway, and guess who the fuck she sees? The husband is down there with the side bitch, and they just had twins. And she's fucking devastated. She falls the fuck out. Anyway, so guess what the husband does? He tends to his wife. Guess what that does? Pisses the side bitch off because she thought them kids was just gonna change every fucking thing. Because bitches be swearing kids gonna change everything for the better, but no, kids change shit for the worse. Because guess what, bitch? Now, instead of you bending over and, eating my dick, what you gonna do is be listening to them fucking crying ass kids. Right? So anyway, he goes home with the wife, as he should. So the woman now goes, and she didn't have the grand, thinking of what she thought. And now she's talking to her friend or her mama. Because now she got to get her mama to come fucking help her with these babies. Because it ain't no fun no more. Because bitches be forgetting that it's fun when you can just pick up and fucking go. Niggas like bitches that can leave whenever they say, bitch, come over here and do this. It ain't fun no more when you got to now find that babysitter. And when you gotta fucking maneuver some shit, like, they ain't got time for that. Niggas be ready to, like, bitch, let's go. She can't just go. Anyway, so by the next time he comes sees her, he goes home, he's tending to the wife. This bitch mad. But everybody mad right now because the wife saying, nigga, how the fuck did you have these babies? So he tells a whole ass lie. But mind you, as they telling the lie, they're telling the truth. They're showing what happened while he telling the lie. So he said that the lady tried to coerce him and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, he was really out here fucking this bitch. Anyway, so now he got the wife over here that is fucking distraught because, nigga, you out here fucking bitches. You got a whole side bitch and some babies. Another bitch over here that basically you've been hiding me and my daughter's 1920. You've been hiding us for forever. Mind you, we got to watch you have the life that we wish we had. But she got everything she asked for. She asked for a 2-story house. He gave her a 2-story house. So everything she ever asked for. And he gave fucking big allowances. So the nigga's paying for allowances and shit, right? Okay. So, but she don't get to be the wife or be known as the wife. But she's the wife and she wears her ring. And this bitch wears her ring. And everybody wearing their ring, right? So anyway, so now the girl has to call in and bring the mom in. And so the mom is telling her that this nigga is being disrespectful. Because in our culture, he ain't came up, he ain't brought the dowry, he ain't did shit. All he did was took the cow and used it, took all the milk and everything else, and bitch, you letting this nigga do this. So this is disgraceful. Anyway, so she wants him to divorce the wife. The wife is saying, bitch, this my shit. I'm not going nowhere. I built a fucking empire with this nigga. I'm going to continue to build an empire with this nigga. I have children with this nigga. We're going to build a legacy. I get that you brought your prostitute ass over here thinking that you wanted something or you was going to get something, but I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. And I told you the wife is calculating. So the wife came up with the idea because this is their culture. The wife said, we going to announce this bitch as the second wife. This is how I get to keep my shit. This is how you get to keep your shit. This is how we keep this legacy going. But nigga, you got me fucked up. Okay. So now the bitches got to get along. Now the bitches got to talk. Now the bitches got to kind of, so the lady invites the kids, the lady with the babies to the house because now they got to tell her kids, the first set of kids, the golden children that, are around. They got to tell her that now they done got siblings into the family and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, the kids are going through their own emotions because little do people realize that other people have emotions even when you're doing shit, right? So your whatever you're doing is now trickling into somebody else's fucking energetic field. And regardless of whether or not we like it or not, this shit happens, right? And we could not want it to happen. And I'm gonna just say, for all intents and purposes, as all this was going on and all this is happening, I was remembering how I felt on several different aspects. So whoever wrote this shit, definitely had this shit down to a T, because it gave me all the roller coaster emotions that I can fucking have in the gist of it, right? Because I remember this shit. Okay, so the kids get told, the kids is pissed the fuck off, but the little brother, he starts to now the next that he's the heir to the throne technically, all right, because he's the only boy as of now. But mind you, there's a boy that's been around that is friends with him, but it's the other wife, which is the brother. They think they cousins, but they fucking siblings. Okay. Anyway, so remember, now everybody got an issue, and now ain't nobody no fun. The wife ain't no fun, the side bitch ain't no fun, and the fucking other bitch, you know, he done went and over there. That's how we found out that now she was the second wife, because he now runs away from them and goes over here to her, and that's how we found out about that situation. She cooks him something to eat, she bends it the fuck over, right? So now she gets to have a good time because of the fact that he's mad at the other bitches. But now what starts to happen is that the daughter, his daughter, that's by supposedly his brother, that's the cousin, but that's the daughter, she starts to now create problems, because she's saying that she wants to have her coming out party, and when she comes out, hey, love you, thank you for being here, Ken. So now that creates problems. He goes running. So as he's running, he runs into a younger girl, and I told y'all this is the other thing about proximity. Men in proximity, they will cheat right in your fucking face. And this ain't to discourage nobody. This is basically another thing about how people be just playing around in your face, and you thinking, you know, whatever. Why is this shit popping up now? Anyway, long story short, right? There was a little girl. She wasn't a little girl. She was a teenager that his son liked. And because when all the other bitches started tripping, he added somebody else to the play and to the program, the younger bitch. So now the younger bitch is knowing that, you know, he doing all of this. So now there's four of them. The younger girl, which is the daughter's friend, both daughters' friends. The mom knows the daughter. They done basically practically raised this girl, and he starts cheating with her. And so now he's whining and dining her because she's not used to nothing. And so we got this old 45-year-old ass man that's taking you places, whining and dining and doing everything that, you know, a young girl would love to do. Meanwhile, fucking the hell out of her, right? But what do young girls do? Young girls be doing what young girls be doing. Somehow somebody got gonorrhea in this whole entire story. The young girl ends up pregnant. The young girl ends up losing a baby, and guess who shows up at the hospital? The wife that helped the young girl, because she's saying, I'm your mother, I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da. Not knowing that the little girl's fucking the husband. The wife done had a fucking enough, right? So anyway, long story short, getting to the end, again, more about human nature than anything. Trust your gut on a lot of things, because this is actively certain things be happening right in our face, or God trying to tell you or show you something, and you have the feeling, but we ignore it because, nah, not such and such. They wouldn't do this to me because, you know, yes, the fuck they would. So anyway, long story short, she loses the baby. He figures out, because somehow the phone was blocked and something wasn't happening. All of a sudden, all these messages start pouring into his phone, and he finds out that the girl had lost the baby. The mom, the daughter, and the first wife and her kids, the daughter and the son, then went on vacation. They done left because they said, you know, they needed a break from the dad. The dad goes and picks up the young girl, and and he brings her to their house now because he knows that they're going to be gone for a few days. So he brings her home. So as they were out, the mom and the daughter was talking, and the young boy overhears it. But mind you, so he likes the girl. That was the girl he wanted to marry. But what happens is he goes out one night with one of his friends. He goes into the back room because he's trying to call the girl to say something to her. He sees the dad and the girl in the back room, the girl giving the dad head. And so he was upset. Anyway, so long story short, now he's with the mom and the sister, and they're out there talking about, you know, what happened with the girl that she's at the hospital, da-da-da-da. He asked what happened. After they told him that she had a miscarriage, he faints. So now they take him to the hospital. So after they took him to the hospital, they take him home. But at home, remember I told y'all what was happening. The dad was over there with the young bitch. So the mom goes upstairs to the bedroom. Everybody's putting their stuff away. The mom goes upstairs to the bedroom. She happens to see somebody's shit laying on their bed. She goes into the bathroom. And the dad is washing the girl because the girl's in the tub and the dad's sitting on the side. So the lady takes off her shoes. She throws a shoe with the nigga. And then, so now a fight ensues. The lady takes a belt and she beats the fuck out of everybody. The husband and the girl. The girl runs out the house, runs downstairs. So then that was when the daughter and the son seen that the girl was at the house. The girl now escapes and runs to her mama. Somebody calls the police, which was her mama. The dad, the mom, and everybody fighting, okay, at the top. So when the police show up, the mom of the girl is there saying that the mom beat her daughter ass with a belt. And the girl says that he been fucking, told the mom that the dad been messing with her and that, you know, all of this shit. That was it. I knew this is where we, mind you, the wife was getting ready, you know, pop this nigga one time, but that didn't happen. Also, she fed this nigga poison, and he survived, and she paid the doctor off, and you know, all of that. So that happened too. Anyway, long story short, the dad now then lost his motherfucking mind because he's sick of all these bitches. He's done had enough. Okay, all of them are the problem, and he ain't wrong. Now y'all would think that, you know, for them in their life he's the issue because he's doing all this stuff, but the dad said y'all bitches is the problem and I'm sick and tired of y'all. So he started putting hands on everybody, right? So first he beat the wife ass because she was trying it, and so, you know, he asked her, who the hell do you think you talking to? So after he beat her ass, he went to go see the other bitch. But mind you, the other bitch was already making plans to move. This was the third wife. She thought she was the second. She ended up being the third wife. He goes to see her. But while he was over here with the wife, the second wife then started moving this nigga's money out the bank. And got the bank people to try to transfer his money. Apparently, they didn't transfer the money. He found out. So after he beat the first wife ass, he went to the second wife house and he commenced to beat her ass with a belt and told her, bitch, you trying to take my money, da-da-da-da-da. Beat the shit out of this hoe and, you know, wore her ass out. After he was done with the second wife, he went to the third wife house. This all in one day, just so y'all know. And then he went to the third wife house. The third wife is in there laid up on the couch with a nigga. He get ready to beat this bitch ass because he's on a rampage of beating bitches' asses at this moment, okay? Mind you, the young nigga that she was in, before he went to go hit her, the young nigga pulls out the strap, right? And he like, Grandpa, you got to get the fuck up on out of here. And now in his brain, I hate all these hoes. So he goes and gets the little hoe and takes her to one of his houses that he has, his mansion, that he lived in with the second bitch, but he put her ass the fuck out because she was leaving anyway. The second bitch, or the third bitch, now leaves her twins with the first wife, and she leaves because she said the way this nigga just beat on her, she's never going to forgive this nigga, and there's nothing ever going to, you know, go the fuck down ever again. All right, so she leaves the kids with the first wife. She told the first wife, but they didn't start, you know, to be friends now because now they got some shit in common. This nigga is fucking terrorizing every fucking body, okay? So she leaves her kids with them at the house. She's gone. So now the third wife, the second wife is really the second wife, which is the brother's supposedly wife, is at the house. And so now she's, you know, doing whatever she's doing because she is missing them, but, you know, because everybody's missing this nigga. The daughter's the only one that had any common sense, and she's asking all the bitches, like, what is it about this man that y'all don't get it? Anyway, so now the nigga is with the young girl, and he's throwing parties for the minister and this, that, and the third. So all these niggas live in the same community because you got to remember it's a small little area. The minister's wife is what got him to be able to, you know, stay with the first wife. But now the minister and all these big powerful niggas is in this one building, and they having these parties, right, with all these little hoes running around. So the man has the friends, his daughter's friend, the one that now he done wifed up, and now he keeping her. He done put her in the house, and so he done gave her access to the credit card. She run around doing whatever the fuck she want to do, buying shit, but under the premise of you my bitch, right? So they having a party. She's there now. You could tell because he's now messing with some other bitches in the party, but you could tell on the look on her face she don't like it. But the same day, and this is when I knew the wife was gonna get him. The same day that he gives her the credit card and she leaves to go buy whatever she gonna buy, somebody rings the doorbell. And so the person that rang the doorbell was supposedly, she was acting like she was the second wife or the third wife technically. She was acting like she was looking for her and she was the friend. But because, and this is another thing about people, the husband was telling the brother that the wife was never going to leave him. He said that we would only be separated through death. Okay, nigga, because you just beat my ass, so, death it is then. I done already tried to poison you. I done already tried to, and you keep being around here. So, the person that comes to the door is a female. And because this nigga lacks control in his, body, and they know that, they sent the bitch with AIDS, HIV, to the door. And so, he does what they knew he was going to do. Lady comes in the house. Lady says she needs water, this, that, and the third. He starts doing that manly shit because he feels like he's big and powerful. And there's nothing that is not off limits to him. But meanwhile, remember, somebody already contracted gonorrhea around this bitch. So all the wives are now not actively fucking with him. But honestly, to me, I think the first wife and the second wife, well, the third wife, was really already on board. Because the first wife is the one that met the lady in prison that had the HIV that they sent to the door. And so he does what he, is going to do. And they're stroking, this, that, and the third. And shortly behind that, he begins to be sick. He goes to the doctor. And the doctor says, you have pneumonia. Because the young girl kept saying, you've been having this cough for a while. What is that about? So the doctor says you have pneumonia. So he goes, and then the doctor said that's not all they found. They found HIV. So the nigga says he don't have HIV. He tells the doctor he don't have HIV. But mind you, the thing that was weird to me was this. And this is something that got in my brain because I said, you know what? I'm noticing that this is the behavior that people have. Excuse me. Even after he got diagnosed with having HIV, people wasn't acting like he had HIV. They was acting as if the shit was normal, which is also a part of society even to today. So, and I say that by this. The young girl started doing what she wanted to do, although, she still had to do it within limitations and things of that nature. So she started going out with her friends and she started talking back. She wasn't talking back before. This nigga in there coughing and everything else, and he's sickly. He got shit just busting out on his face and all types of other bullshit. And he's saying, you stay here and you cook me food, this, that, and the third. And she's saying, I'm going to Pilates, nigga. Your food is in there. Take your medicine and I'll be back. Nobody was talking to him crazy before, all of this stuff was happening because everybody was getting what they wanted, right? And mind you, that also goes to show that when the wife sent the bitch to infect this nigga, she didn't give a fuck who got infected behind that. So people be thinking that, oh, you got over because the young girl was thinking she got over, not realizing, bitch, all you gonna get is HIV. But anyway, so it didn't look like she contracted it. Nobody, said anything about her contracting it, right? But all of these things, as I'm listening to them and as I'm watching this play out, like whoever did that did a very good job because it gave you all the human nature, like as people just act like, they don't care. So anyway, the second wife, which is the one that he grew up with, that was supposedly the brother's wife, she started coming over because she found out that, he was sick. He had HIV. So she started coming over because she was fixing him soup and this, then, and the third. The wife, when he collapsed, because he ended up collapsing, they called the first wife, and the wife was going to take him back home. So everybody was going to, kind of actively do what families do when certain things happen, when situations take control, right, or happen, right? But before they came and got him out of the hospital, he checked out with the young bitch, right? And then, so the next scene reminded me of when Tyler Perry, when I think it was What's Love Got, not What's Love Got to Do It. One of the ones when the lady he was treating her wrong, and then the side bitch dropped him off, and she threw that nigga in the tub because the nigga shit on herself. And so it reminded me of that scene, because that's exactly what the fuck ended up happening later on. The side bitch, the one that he called to get him out of hospital, but she had to make sure that he put the house in her name, she had access to the money and all this other stuff. And then she went and dropped this nigga off to his wife, when in the middle of the wife doing a book launch and all, you know, all of this shit, right? So, but I noticed that even as they were taking care of him, nobody was acting as if, like, you know, we got to make sure that ain't nobody else gonna contract this. People out here actively just thinking that that's a normal ass you know, type of disease or whatever. Anyway, long story short, the final thing was the wife ended up taking him, and they got him set up at the house, and this nigga coughing and everything else. And he apologized. He ended up apologizing to the wife, and, you know, as he was dying. But this is when later on it circles back, and it shows that the wife told him that his insatiable desire to always want to, you know, stick his dick in everybody, she ended up telling him that, and that's the night that he died. She ended up telling him that she was the one that sent the lady that had HIV to infect him, because she knew that he was going to continue. And she said at some point in time, she was going to make sure that this nigga never hurt her again or anybody else. And it was the funniest thing, because the amount of human emotions that people go through, the amount of, even when the man said that she's never going to leave him, he was actively having a conversation with somebody saying that this woman was never going to leave him, that he thought that he can continue to keep doing shit to people, to her and everybody else. He said, I know I put her through a lot, but it wasn't that he was going to stop. It was only when he got infected, and after that, when he couldn't take care of himself, and then that's when he said he's sorry, this, then, the third. So when she's telling him this, right, everybody's now still acting weird, because the first wife ends up taking the body, cremating the body. No, the second wife. The first wife thought that she was in control of the whole situation, so they started having a weird thing even when the nigga died. But the thing that got me was the young bitch that the son liked, the one that he had at the end. She shows up at the funeral, and now she's saying, you know, her man. The wife tells the story to the husband, like she's replaying in her brain about how she sent the lady with HIV to infect him, and she said that her son was never going to be like him. And the final scene in that was, remember I said that the son liked her, that was the one that he said he wanted to marry. The final scene was the son and this girl in the back room fucking. Mind you, nobody's paying attention to your dad just died from AIDS. Why would you be in the back room fucking this bitch? That was the last bitch your dad was with. And so it's like a thing even with human nature. Like, nobody really cares about nothing, just so y'all know. Nobody really cares about anything. It is almost actively like there's something going on in people's brains to where they actively forget. Like, don't ask me how, don't ask me why, because to me, she would have had a big X on her. Not to touch it, alarms, alerts, everything. Mike, love you, thank you for being here. Everything that I could think of would have made me stay away from her. But this man know his dad just died the way his dad just died, and somehow he don't think that she would have been a product of the same exact thing. Certain diseases have an incubation period on them. HIV, you know, things of that nature, they have incubation periods on them. And so just because she didn't look sickly or anything else, your dad just died from that. Why would you think that that would be a thing? Anyway, long story short, that was something that I ran across this weekend that I was watching. And so if you want to see it, it's on Netflix. And I just thought the strangest thing, the amount of emotions that I felt. But it was, again, trusting your instincts, trusting, having some discernment, because you don't have to be a rocket scientist, you don't have to be a fucking psychic, you don't have to be like, you don't have to be anything other than have some, you know, type of awareness about it and people in society. So anyway, you're not who you were. And that changes everything. You may be more discerning. You may be more paying more attention in, you know, the interactions. But it's important. So here we are. Something is becoming impossible to ignore. Many people have been trying to force themselves back into versions of their lives that no longer fit. Old routines, old friendships, old ways of thinking, old expectations. Every time they try to squeeze back into those spaces, it feels uncomfortable. Not because they're failing, but because you've changed. Growth often happens so gradually that you don't notice it until something that once felt naturally sudden feels foreign. So like I said, as I was watching it, even in human nature, I've noticed there has been a shift even in the way, you know, for me and what is being done. I told y'all it's like a run on, you know, the energy or something. All of a sudden it's like people falling out of the woodwork. People trying to crowd into spaces that I'm not giving them space for. And so depending upon what's happening around you, you're noticing that there is a change. So this is a season of recognizing what you've outgrown. People, places, and things. Because it could save your life. It could be your very detriment. As I'm watching, as I'm paying attention to everything that's going on, it didn't matter even with all of those women, how they were being treated by somebody that they said loves them, right? So the daughter that is the second wife's daughter that they said was the husband's brother's wife, which was his wife really. The mother ended up taking her to go see a Loa because the mom said that she was cursed. And so the person that was reading her said she's not cursed. She's just holding space for a person, for her father, and he will never love her. She has to go on her own journey. And she has to, you know, find love for herself. Because as long as she stays in that cycle, she's going to be in turmoil. And that's summing it up, but basically what he said. But mind you, everybody on the outside, like, you know, again, her mother took her there because her mother was trying to say she was cursed. It wasn't a curse to be found. It is things that are being taught because she watched her mother love a man that hid her for forever. She loved a man that hid her for forever. That was her father, and she couldn't even tell nobody that that was her dad. She took pictures with him, you know, on birthdays or special occasions or whenever he would come over, but she couldn't post them. So her real life, she couldn't live. Imagine having to live your real life in private. I mean, wouldn't that do something to anybody? You've been on earth, and as long as you've been on earth, you've been a secret. Mind you, it's not even about the part of you being a secret. The part that really was hurtful was the person that she wanted attention from. She couldn't get it. The man set up, when she ended up telling the story, she told his wife, because her mom got through down some steps. So when his first wife came to the hospital, the little girl was so angry that she ended up telling the wife. And so now everything's out in the open, everything got exposed, and he still didn't pay her no attention. She thought that because everything was out in the open that everything was going to change. He still didn't care. She went to his office to try to hang out with her dad. He didn't care. He told her to schedule with the secretary for a date, a lunch date, and they did it, and then he didn't show up. She cried. So just imagine wanting to be accepted by, you know, people, places, and things, you know, into something and not being accepted. And then you not realizing people are trying to say that you're cursed, but meanwhile, the whole thing is that you've never been taught to love yourself, even beyond. You don't have to have these people's love. That don't mean, or that doesn't necessarily say that you won't be loved. We have to now learn to love ourselves. And also, even in that process, the mom's best bet, and who knows, she did what, you know, what she was used to, because the mom loved the man from the time they was young. And that's what she was conditioned to know. That's what she was conditioned to do. But also, it is a thing when you grow up, because that was their culture. And later on in life, when the wife decided, when the first wife decided that she was going to invite the second wife in, there was hella pushback to the tune of the woman had to come out and tell everybody, this is our culture. This is what we grew up. And the fact that the old customs and the old ways condone this, and now, just because there's new things, coming into the system or whatever, like, how are y'all going to condemn? And people can do what they want to do. It don't matter. You can have 62 wives if you want. But if you got 62 wives and they're letting you be unloving and uncaring to them, and it's, individually specific, because for the first wife, she had to put up with some other bullshit, but mind you, the whole entire time for 20 years, this lady was sheltered away from a lot of the shit that, she had to deal with. But on his side, not even condoning anything for anybody, but can you imagine having to hide who you are and who you love forever? That doesn't always mean walking away dramatically. Sometimes it simply means accepting your perspective has evolved. And you could be with it or you could not be with it. You could be open or you could not be open. Because somewhere in that show also, a lady shows up to the wife, and the wife is sitting on the bench at a park, and a lady shows up, and the lady says, it's been a part of our custom in our society, in our history and our religion, she said. And she said, my husband has been talking to me about our culture and taking on a second wife. And she said, and I was always against it up until I saw your story online. And she said now she's considering it, right? From the perspective of somebody who automatically said no, and this could be anything. I'm only giving y'all this because this is one of the things that I saw on this show, right? I'm only giving it up to y'all that way. So, from a perspective of somebody that was hell against it, it was a hell to the no, right? And then she got on social media and she saw, the perspective of somebody else. And not for nothing, these people have a glamorous life. They have a lot of money. This lady, was a social media influencer and everything else. And so influence means to influence somebody, to want something, right? Just think about, what are you being influenced by? Think about the things that you pay attention to. It don't even got to do nothing about polygamy or anything else. Think about how somebody influences you and the influencers that you pay attention to. The shit that you like. How are you being influenced to change your mind? Because that's also important too. We got people not realizing that something that you didn't like, if you hear it multiple times over and over again, it plays like a broken fucking record. All of a sudden, you're changing your perspective. It's like that song that I told y'all Young Miami got. Dun, 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 dun. I hate that fucking song. I keep hearing it over and over and over again to the tune of, all of a sudden, I had to make sure that I knew in my brain, I don't like that fucking song. I don't care how many times I hear it, and they're making it go viral. It's viral, so now that's all you hear everywhere, all over the place. First of all, a nigga just got killed and shot and killed over water. And y'all out this bitch talking about where all your scamming ass niggas at. Like, what are y'all being influenced? What are your children being influenced to take into their system that they don't like, didn't like from the beginning? Their intuition told them not to like it from the beginning. But somehow, because it played on repeat in your subconscious mind, all of a sudden, you start out here, you doing, the dance and this, that, and the third. They making you want to be involved. Because at this point, I feel like I'm the only person out here that don't like that fucking song. Everybody else, including y'all grandmamas, is out here singing that raggedy ass fucking song. Conversations that once held your attention no longer do. Environments that once energize you now leave you feeling drained. Because just think about it. The timeline that you wish to be on and the timeline that you're on. What are you paying attention to? What's in your energy? Remember I told you, I don't like them niggas Dean and AB. I don't like that shit. But somehow my timeline kept doing a thing. Every time I flip, it's nothing but them. To the tune of I done stopped looking at social media a little bit because of the fact that I'm tired of fucking seeing them. It's weird. I like the clips with the kids a little bit better, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to condone no fuck shit. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. And you don't have to care what I care about, and I don't have to care about what you care about. That just means that my frequency ain't that, and I need to find the people who are on this frequency. It's like I saw some shit this weekend. Ain't have nothing to do with me, but guess what? I'll send a picture to somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, literally, and so the person sends a message back to me. They said, this person is da-da-da-da. I don't give a fuck. All I know is this what I see. This shit look weird. And quite frankly, right, if I was the person, you couldn't persuade me to be around none of these bitches. I don't give a fuck. Family, mama, this, that, and the third. You couldn't persuade me to be around them. Sometimes you have to respect and control your own influence, right? Because this is the thing. I told y'all about the lady who said, the lady that the brother said his sister got a job at the prison to be closer to him to make sure that he was going to be good, right? And then he filmed it. He put it on social media. That means that she going to end up losing her fucking job. So also recently I seen a black lady, and she was going into the court system. And she was looking at when the people was coming to do raids on certain drug dealers and shit, and she was fucking warning them ahead of time. You helping these people, and meanwhile then somebody goes and snitches and says or tells or volunteers information. I don't give a fuck. Self-preservation is the thing. And sometimes the best thing to do is isolate yourself away from, whatever the fuck that is. Because they not going to have the same, helping hand for you as you did for them. You're not who you were. It's okay. It's okay for you to change. Don't let nobody tell you that you got to be stuck in this role, this performance, this whatever, because of the fact that, this is the culture. This is what, we're used to. I don't give a fuck. Mike say he hate that song too. Period. Shit's fucking weird. Like, you a grown bitch. Like, Young Miami, is a grown bitch. It's time that, I'm literally starting to listen to, even the things. When I said even the way I read stuff, I'm starting to really pay attention to what is being said in songs, and then, because then you wonder why you stuck, but this is what is happening in the system. This is what they're saying. I don't want to be around a whole bunch of scamming ass bitches. I'm trying to be around people who I can really actually trust. You mean to tell me I can't put my fucking shit? I don't even know what the rest of the song say. But a nigga just got shot for water. You know what I'm saying? People are out here actively picketing and shit because a nigga just got shot for water. They literally just said a lady stole some diapers and her baby got killed. And y'all got time. At some point in time, this is the thing where we have to be actively on the up and up. We're the people that are, doing music, and in the music, they're being very careful about their IMs. Even the things that they're putting out. Oh, just not because it's cool or for the culture, because that ain't our culture. That's that shit that them people that you heard what Kanye said. Kanye said they're doing this, that, and the third because they're trying to control the frequency. And as long as they can keep your ass on that low-ass vibrational frequency, you out here partying. Your grandmom and the crackheads is on the block singing that song. A bitch just got online and said, where the boosters at? Because she needs some fucking lotion. Bitch, a nigga just got killed for water. People get killed for less to be. And this is what you want to promote to your people. Everybody ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna be groups of people that believe in this. It's gonna be and they're gonna be the same skin color. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. They're gonna be mad at you for speaking a good word, and you're gonna be mad at them for being low fucking vibrational saying this. And mind you, they gonna think you're the low vibrational one. And you still gonna have to take a stance because they would be mad. Oh, she just a hating ass bitch cause da 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 da. Bitch, a nigga just got killed for water. It's not gonna clock nothing until it's one of their kids. And then all of a sudden they'll say, oh, we gotta change the message. As long as it's your kid getting killed and, you know, shot and this, that, and the third, though, they're gonna be out here, you know, doing that. But when it's their kid, they're gonna want some people to pick it. They're gonna want some people to be, you know, in alignment with them. Bitches, it's weird. Like, it's not hard to see something from somebody else's perspective. I shouldn't do this because on the perspective of the collective, it's fucked up. But, you know, I'm gonna be the bitch that is wrong for saying it. Goals you chased years ago may not even excite you anymore. That's information. Instead of asking, why doesn't this feel right? Ask yourself, who am I becoming that makes this no longer fit? And niggas is out here 50 years old talking about some scamming ass niggas. Mind you, the narrative even behind it is even worse. Literally, what's being said, the push behind it, is a nigga that's already locked the fuck up. And not saying that all niggas that's locked the fuck up should be locked the fuck up, but some niggas that's locked the fuck up is locked the fuck up for a reason. Yeah. Some niggas that's locked the fuck up should have got this. Cause bitch, you kick me down a fucking hallway, I promise you, like, you know, you might not wake up tomorrow. Yeah, I got kicked down the hallway. Yes, on camera. But bitch, you didn't wake up. Trial over. Be mad at your mama. Sometimes a menace should be fucking taken off the streets. If you don't like your life and you're being a menace to every fucking body, somebody should take your ass off the streets. Like, I don't understand why it is that people just allow niggas to be a fucking menace and everybody, like, out here like, oh, that's cute. I want to hang around. I want to be around the menace. They're not being a menace on anything good. Like, I can understand the Peter Pan menace. Like, what is it? Robin Hood fucking menace. Rob from the rich, give to the poor. Try to even the scales. But for a nigga that's just outside beating on bitches, nigga, you could die today. Somebody should be, you know, helping us along the way. Because you're not doing nothing that makes any sense. You're out here terrorizing fucking women. There's a bunch of grown-ass injustice men running the fuck around here. And all you find your way to do is terrorize women. That already tells us everything we need to know. You ain't out here, you know, standing up for nothing. You're beating on fucking bitches. Get the fuck out of my face. And be a whole lot of men out here doing shit, or a whole lot of people, period, out here doing shit that don't make sense to me. And people be praising these niggas and this, that, and the third. Like, get the fuck, bitch. So there's also an invitation to stop measuring progress only by visible results. We talked about seeds. Seeds growing even under the dirt. Before you see it, before you see the little thing sprout, it's already growing. A tree doesn't look taller every day, yet it's growing continuously beneath the surface. And in the same way, wisdom, discernment, emotional maturity, and confidence often develop long before life reflects them outwardly. Do with that information what you will. This week brings moments where your patience is tested. Delays, unexpected changes, or unanswered questions could tempt you to believe nothing is moving. Because, again, you can't see progress. They can't see progress. But sometimes people try to clock your shit. Clock it. No, bitch. Mind your business. Don't mistake quiet for inactivity. Some of the most meaningful changes happen before there's an outward evidence. Any outward evidence. So you may notice people reappearing. Definitely seen that. Not necessarily to stay, but to remind you of how much you've changed. Like, there's an influx, but mind you, people gonna be mad at you, but they don't even realize it's their own fucking behavior. And this is the thing where I ain't got time and I don't want it and I just ain't gonna accept it. And people be talking to me and I promise you, like, I just be deleting shit. Cause I don't want to talk to you. It's people be in my inbox just having a whole lot of conversations, this, that, and the third. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to respond to you. I can tell basically by you. I'm judging books by its cover. I don't even give a fuck. I'm over it. Because the minute, and this is the thing, the cover is like the 5 sentences, the 5 words that you speak in my inbox, whether or not, and mind you, they could not care and I could not care. Because shit, I done cussed niggas out and then they didn't have to respond. Bitch, I said what I said. But this is the hi, 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 hi. Like, I need to get your attention. You don't need my attention. Call your mom. Please and thank you. It be that type of shit. Just all the wrong fucking attention. And I don't like it and I don't need it. Anyway, don't mistake quiet for inactivity. Some of the most meaningful changes happen before there's any outward evidence. We talked about the people reappearing, not necessarily to stay, but to remind you of how much you've changed. Old conversations, familiar patterns, old or situations that once affected you may return briefly. This is the shit. Like what I said earlier today, it seems like to me like that's a setback. And I don't be having time for it because I want to go this way. Don't let nobody take you back down levels you've already leveled up from. Don't fucking keep talking my head off about the same shit. Let's figure out how to fix the problem. If there is a problem, let's figure out how to fix it and move the fuck on. You're not going to keep me ring around the rosy and, oh, the problem, da-da-da-da-da, the problem, da-da-da-da-da, the problem. Bitch, fuck you and the problem. I gotta go. Because you want to stay in this situation and I need to go. Because what the fuck is we doing here? Like fucking this Earth school. And I don't like it. I saw it. I don't like it. It's time to move on. Thank you. Bitch. Anyway. Hey, Majestic Grace. That doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing where you invest your mental energy. That's what I'm saying. And I don't be having time, right? So we got affirmations for the collective. I honor the person I am becoming. Every day I choose to grow. Every day I choose growth over fear. My path unfolds at the right right pace before me. I don't know why I'm doing that, but you know, get it together, bitch. I trust myself to make wise decisions because I make wise decisions. I welcome opportunities that align to my highest good. Period. I release what no longer serves my peace. Because why do I need to be dealing with unpeaceful ass people or situations? I don't like that. So no thank you. I rebuke it. Send it back to the pits of hell in which it came from. God is good. God is great. My energy attracts meaningful connections and experiences. I create space for abundance in every area of my life. I deserve rest without being guilted. And success without apology. Without guilt. My intuition becomes clear each day. I move with purpose instead of pressure. I am open to unexpected blessings. I trust every lesson strengthens my character. And mind you, it was a thing. Because, you know, sometimes I just be reading this right. But I'm gonna say this. Thank God I can read. And some people need to read more. Whether it be online for the masses or for your own purposes. But bitch, I'm gonna get on here and read every fucking day because guess what? Some of y'all bitches can't read. And she's reading from this. Bitch, you can't read. Thank you. I'm definitely reading from this. Because I can read. I choose faith in what's possible over fear. Over fear of what could go wrong. I trust that every lesson strengthens my character, and I'm open to unexpected blessings. I move with purpose instead of pressure. My voice, ideas, and presence have value. I'm becoming more confident with every step I take. I celebrate my progress no matter how small it seems. I protect my energy and invest it wisely. Peace begins with the thoughts I choose today. Period. I allow joy to exist alongside my responsibilities. And I let go of comparisons and embrace my own journey. Because I've been paying attention to a lot of people, like the influencers, the people that was talking. I've been seeing that there's the narrative they're paying attention to. People will show you their highlights. People will show you, you know, all the things that they got going on. Meanwhile, be fucking stressed out and broke behind the scenes. She said, period. And with discernment also, while also reading the universe, and period. And that's a fact. So that's the other thing. People don't even know how to do that. Don't know how to read, what is it? Mental, spiritual, and mental, physical, and spiritual. Period. I let go of comparison and embrace my own journey. Because I'm the only one that got to walk this thing. Whether or not how you would do it, what you would do, and you know, whether or not somebody like it or not, ain't got time for that. Not my problem. Worry about yourself. You don't like my journey, I get it. Now skedaddle. Worry about your mama. Because if she taught you to mind your fucking business, you wouldn't be worried about me. Thank you. She said, clock it. Period. Do with that what you will. I have everything within me to handle what comes next. Facts. Today I choose hope, clarity, and forward movement. So I'm going to give y'all zodiac signs too, so bear with me. Prayer for the collective today. Thank you for the gift of this new day and for the breath in our lungs. Thank you for your constant presence, even in seasons when the road ahead feels uncertain. Remind us that we are never walking alone and that your love remains steady through every high and every low, God. Grant us wisdom to recognize what deserves our time and attention, and courage to release the burdens we were never meant to carry. Help us let go of fear, resentment, and discouragement, replacing them with hope, patience, and peace. Strengthen those who feel weary, comfort those who are grieving, encourage those who feel overlooked, provide for those who are struggling financially, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, open doors of opportunity where there seem to be none, and help us recognize the blessings that often arrive in unexpected ways. Teach us to speak with kindness, act with integrity, and love others with compassion. When challenges arrive, help us respond with wisdom instead of anger, faith instead of fear, and perseverance instead of giving up. Protect our homes, our families, our friends, and those who are walking through difficult seasons. Surround us with people who encourage truth, growth, and genuine love. Help us also be a source of encouragement to someone else today. Give us discernment to make good decisions, humility to keep learning, and gratitude for both the big victories and the quiet blessings that often go unnoticed. Remind us that every season has a purpose and that no act of kindness, faithfulness, or perseverance is ever wasted. May we carry hope into every room we enter, extend grace where it is needed, and live in a way that reflects your goodness. Let our hearts remain open, your guidance. Let our hearts remain open to your guidance and help us to trust you one step at a time. May today be filled with peace and steadiness, joy that strengthens us, and May today be filled with peace that steadies us, joy that strengthens us, and hope that carries us forward. Amen. All right. So, now next step. So we got our zodiac signs. First zodiac sign we are going to do is going to be. Did I put them all here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Okay. So I was going to say, because it looked like a very short list. What I want to start with. I'm going to start with Aries, okay? So Aries, excuse me. You have been carrying more responsibility than you've let people see. On the outside, you've continued showing up, handling business, and pushing through. But internally, you've been asking yourself whether all of your effort is actually leading you somewhere. So I'm gonna say this because it says your is, but not in the way that you expected, and so to me it's given a little iffy. But continue to keep going, and for some reason I want to say congratulations, even in the midst of. Um, and I don't know why that happens, but sometimes certain things are they wait to come through. But anyway, something that has felt delayed wasn't actually denied. Certain conversations, opportunities, or relationships needed to reveal their true nature before your next chapter could begin. You're beginning to see people for who they are instead of who you hope they become. Over the next few weeks, expect clarity about finances, work, or your personal goals. Someone who underestimated you may quietly notice your progress. Don't let them in. Because I hear don't open the door. Um, you don't need revenge or validation. Your growth speaks loudly enough. So your affirmation, Aries, is I trust what is meant for me arrives in perfect timing. I trust that what is meant for me arrives in perfect timing. Taurus. Taurus, your heart has been asking for peace more than excitement lately. You're becoming less interested in chasing people, proving yourself, or forcing situations to work. You're closer. You're closing an emotional chapter that has been draining your energy. Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, family dynamic, or even an old version of yourself, you're realizing that healing sometimes means walking away without getting every answer. So you don't need closure. Your stability is becoming your superpower. As you continue choosing yourself, people who truly appreciate your energy will naturally gravitate towards you. Money also appears to be improving through consistency rather than luck. Mind you, appearing is the key word. Affirmation, I deserve relationships that feel safe, balanced, and genuine. We have Gemini. Your mind has been racing with possibilities. You've been thinking about making a change, learning something new, starting a project, or taking a chance you've been putting off. Overthinking it. Because it says your mind has been racing with possibilities. Pick one, choose it, because it gives like this, like the selection box moving around. Stop waiting until you feel completely ready. Period. There may be someone around you who unintentionally plants seeds of doubt. So somebody don't want you to do something. So they're banking on you not choosing. Just so you know. So it's giving sabotage. Like somebody wants to sabotage. Anyway, their limitations aren't yours. Pay attention to your own intuition instead of outside opinions. But they're planting the seeds of doubt. So remember what I said before, when seeds grow, they grow under the soil first. So not being able to see it. So they're trying to mind fuck you, or they're trying to, like, it's a tongue twister. So it's like using the fact of your duality against you. It's like spinning you around in circles. I will get away from whoever that is. Anyway, a conversation you've been anticipating may finally happen, bringing closure or a surprising opportunity. Stay curious, but don't scatter your energy across too many things at once. Yeah, whatever is going on, because it's like too many things jumping in and out. And that's what's happening. Anyway, affirmation is I confidently move towards opportunities that align with my purpose. Pick something. Like whatever the thing you've been doing, choose that and keep it pushing. Like just make the choice. Because this is one of those things. Players can fuck up. But not trying shouldn't be the fuck up. Okay, Gemini? Do it. And stop letting people cross you up because they're doing this. Whatever that is. Cancer, you've been healing quietly. Many people assume you've already moved on because you smile, work, and continue showing up. What they didn't realize is how much emotional work you've been doing behind the scenes. So your emotional boundaries are becoming stronger. You're no longer willing to rescue people who refuse to help themselves. Someone from your past may cross your mind or even reach out. Before reopening old doors, ask yourself whether they've truly changed, because they ain't. I'm gonna tell you right now, and you're gonna spot it instantly, because what people do is, and again, it's like the movie and the what I was telling you about. Human nature is this: they will do enough to try to trick you into thinking, but you'll start to notice. So pay attention. They're gonna do the same old shit. They just try to figure out a better way to deceive you. That's it. That's all. Um, so whether they've truly changed or whether you've simply outgrown the situation, you've totally outgrown the situation, and they ain't changed. They just trying to figure out how to get on your level, because that's the song I hear. Get on my level. Get on my. They're trying to get on your level. Your intuition, because you're moving faster than they thought. You're elevating faster than they thought. Your intuition is especially strong right now. Trust the feeling that you get right before logic tries to explain it away. What you seen is what you seen. What you saw is what you seen. All right. So your affirmation is, my peace is worth protecting. Point blank, period. Leo. Recognition is coming, but first comes refinement. So you could be going through something. It's like being forged under fire. The man said it was hot. So recognition is coming, but first comes refinement. You're probably going through some stuff, or you're going to have to go through some stuff. It's like how getting the impurities out of the gold first. So you have to take it through a couple chemical processes, couple changes. Pressure makes diamonds. So everything has to go through an alchemical change first. It's like standing 10 toes down, though. That's what I heard. You've been putting in effort that hasn't always been acknowledged. That changes as your confidence becomes less dependent on applause and more rooted in self-belief. So, the word that I heard is perseverance. That changes as your confidence becomes less dependent on applause. Don't give a damn what they looking at. Like, stop watching them watching you. Do with that information what you will. You're entering a period where leadership comes naturally, because that's who you are. Others may begin asking for advice or looking to you for direction. But also I heard don't volunteer no information, though. That's the other thing. There's also a reminder not to dim your light simply because someone else feels uncomfortable around your confidence. A financial opportunity or creative breakthrough may arrive unexpectedly. So your affirmation is shine without apology. Don't let nobody dim your light. Just because they wouldn't do it, it's not for them. It is for you. Virgo, you've been analyzing everything, trying to make the perfect decision. There isn't any. So, overthinking can become another form of fear. Just do the thing. Okay? Right now we're in a mode of action. Because I heard time for some action. Action. Do the thing. It's same scenario as whoever else I told earlier today. It's the feeling of fear of failure. That's no such thing. You learn from whatever it is that you have put yourself through, or whatever you're going through. You learn through it. So it don't matter. If something happens that's not desirable, change the format. It doesn't mean it's failure. It means it was a lesson, something that you learned, and do something else after that. Don't ever be afraid of that. You're learning that not every answer arrives before you take the first step, but also that means trust your intuition as you're going. One foot in front of the other. A burden you've been carrying may finally be lifted, especially if you have been handling responsibilities that don't actually belong to you. I hear beans don't burn in the kitchen. What is that? Something don't burn. What's that song? Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as there's something ain't. We're moving on up. What's that? The Jeffersons. So something about the Jeffersons. Whatever that song is, somebody figure out what the song is, but it's a message in the song for you. So whatever that is. Now you're up in the big leagues getting your turn at bat. It's finally your turn. So, and I said from the beginning, I had a message and I started writing stuff down. And as I was writing it down, the first message was continue to get prepared. It is like you're in the line. So it's waiting in line. You're qualified, but you have to wait your turn. You have to wait your turn for the interview. You have to wait your turn for whatever the people in front are doing. But they said continue to get prepared and don't get distracted. This was the first message that I got. Because this is when people will come along and they want you to play. Somebody said, unbreak my heart. What's that? That's unbreak my heart. They said, do you love me again? Is that what she said? When you walked out that door and stepped out of my life. Something, whatever that is, but that just came across my screen. So take it how it resonates, and it could be phone calls happening. So just be mindful. You're very qualified, but there's other stuff that you could be doing in the process of that. So while you're getting prepared, while you're in line, finish getting things prepared. So if that's getting the house ready, get the house ready. If that's getting the car ready, get the car ready. If that's getting the kids ready, get the kids ready. Whatever it is, it's like if your number's called, what are all the things that you're going to say that you need to get done in the process? No, have them done now. So continue to get prepared. That's the message that was the first message that I got this morning. And mind you, that was in the middle of writing the message. So I was getting messages as I was writing the message. And then stuff started to happen. Because one thing I thought, it's 11:11, is that somebody didn't want the message to get through. That's why it ended up being, and then it's something about an hour. The hour is because of daylight savings time. So I didn't change with daylight savings time, but I was still on time when I was not on time. Take it how it resonates. It's 11:11. Mind you, it says XL. So you're getting a boost. XL boost. Damn. All right. So it's more. Buy one, get one free. Period. But the thing is like we be expecting this, but God be giving us that. God wants better for us than we want for ourselves. So we may think that it's good, but God wants to give us greater. All right, Virgo, love that for you. Keep your routine strong. They're creating long-term success. Progress, your affirmation is progress matters more than perfection. Do the thing, okay? Period. Stop second-guessing yourself and don't care about who think what. Just do it. If you got told to do it, do it. Because I got a, thought in mind, it's like a person stopping themselves from doing something because they think somebody's going to say something, but you just have to do the thing anyway, because if you're being told to do the thing, it's important. Whatever the response is after the fact ain't got nothing to do with you. You did what you were supposed to have done. All right, Libra, we got balance is returning. If life has felt one-sided, this energy begins correcting itself. So you're learning to stop pouring from an empty cup. Relationships become healthier when you stop overextending yourself to keep everyone else and everything else comfortable. Worry about yourself. Expect clear communication in love, family, or work. A decision you've delayed will soon become obvious once you stop worrying about disappointing others. Worry about yourself. This is your season to choose authentically over approval. It don't matter what somebody think you should be doing. Mother, child, auntie, uncle, pastor, president. It don't fucking matter. Your affirmation is, I honor myself while creating harmony. Worry about yourself. What is best for you? It don't matter what nobody else is going to say. Because again, it's like putting your foot down and not giving a fuck. 10 toes down. People can say what the hell they want. They're going to talk anyway. Worry about yourself. Scorpio. Transformation continues, but this time it feels lighter. Love that. You spent enough time rebuilding yourself after disappointment. Now you're entering a phase where you can actually enjoy the person that you've been becoming. Enjoy the little steps. Enjoy the little moments. Enjoy the peace. Enjoy whatever it is that you're dealing with or going through. Enjoy it. Take a moment to just woosah. Revel in the moment. Like, literally, even with the air. Like, what does the air feel like, or smell like, or taste like, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, enjoy the moment. For some reason, it's giving me food porn. Like, enjoying a sandwich. Like, this sandwich was made so good. I made some sandwiches yesterday, but not even that. But whatever it is, it's like taking a moment to enjoy the ingredients. Like, for some reason, it's something fresh. It could be like pasta with pesto and fresh basil, like you just made it from scratch or something. Whatever the seasonings are, it's like coarse salt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything puts it into the bowl, the pan, and that's what makes the sauce so good. The butter. Like, you cook that thing over low heat. I ain't did this, so I don't know, but that's what it's giving. It's giving, like, savoring the moment. So every seasoning that goes in makes it, the flavor and the taste pop. I like that. Anyway. Now you're entering a phase where you can actually enjoy the person that you've become. So someone may reveal information that helps missing pieces fully make sense. So it's building a person. That's the thing. So everything that happens, so it would be like creating a dish, but it's creating a person. So everything that has gone into it, the time, the energy, the people's energy, like, it's like a little, like, what's the man do? Salt Bae? Like, I sprinkle a little bit of this in it. I gave you a little bit of love. I gave you a little bit of determination. I gave you a whole lot of peace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever that feels like. But anyway, I love that for you. So keep certain plans private. Don't tell nobody your business. It's not for them. Because somebody may also try to throw salt in the game. Like, your Salt Bae, you put the amount of salt, the coarse salt, or you put that Himalayan pink salt, or use black salt. It don't matter. And then you walk away because you done told somebody about your business, and then they add some salt to it, and it was already perfect. Like, the seasoning was right. And then now this bitch come along mad, and they want to, you know, add some shit. Ain't nobody add you nothing. Ain't nobody told you to add nothing. So keep certain plans private until they're fully developed. Until you're ready to plate that thing. This is what I got. Not everyone deserves early access to your dreams. Because somebody want to throw salt in the game. Somebody want to add some extra seasoning. They want to add some cayenne pepper. They want to make it like this. Well, meanwhile, the dish is made like this. You got the complete saison. But they want to add some shit. So don't let nobody know nothing. Financial growth appears connected to patience. Financial growth appears connected to patience and strategy rather than rushing. Don't tell nobody your business. Affirmation, I trust my evolution. Sagittarius, adventure is calling, but not necessarily through travels. I kind of like that too. Because it's like, you know, a road trip, but mind you, it's through the city. It ain't even a long distance thing, but not necessarily through travel. You're expanding mentally, spiritually, and professionally. Something you've been studying or considering could open unexpected doors. And I said, the reason why I said that is because it gave refreshing. It gave mint green. It gave springtime. It gave mint. It's giving green. That means growth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take it how it resonates. Anyway, something you've been studying or considering could open unexpected doors. It's like movement. Also, it's like from here to here. It's not even that far, but it changed everything. So stop shrinking your goals to fit other people's expectations. It's not about them. You're capable of more than you've been allowing yourself to believe. Stay open to innovations and new experiences. Innovations, invitations, new experiences. One conversation could change your direction entirely. Like literally, it's not even a couple spaces. It's like the difference between this and this, but it gives very refreshing vibes. Like the weather changes. Somewhere around you, the air changes. I like it, Sagittarius. Anyway, affirmation, my possibilities are limitless. Capricorn. Capricorn, your hard work hasn't gone unnoticed by the universe, even if it has felt unnoticed by people. The foundation you've been building is stronger than you realize. So it says, long-term rewards rather than instant gratification. But for some reason, I want to cut y'all out. Like, I don't have nothing to do with it, but that's the energy that I got is the minute I started reading it. I want to cut y'all out. A practical decision you make may benefit you for years. Someone who once questioned your ability may quietly change their opinion. Remember to celebrate progress instead of immediately chasing your next goal. So every step I take builds lasting success. So I don't know whether or not you got an energy like surrounding you or something, but honestly, I want to cut y'all out. That's the way I felt with that. So your hard work isn't going unnoticed by the universe, even if it feels unnoticed by people. So maybe that might be the thing. Anyway, Capricorn, do with that information what you will. I know a few Capricorns, though. I don't be wanting to cuss none of them out, but instantly, as soon as I seen it, that's what I wanted to have. It says every step you take builds lasting success. So every little step I take, you will be there. Every little will be together. Yeah, probably an energy of feminine energy or something. But it could also be a little bit too close because it's like snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Like you can do some shit by yourself. Anyway, take it how it resonates. Starlight, hi, welcome. All right, we got Aquarius here. So Aquarius, you're thinking differently than the people around you, and that's exactly where your strength lies. An idea you've had may be ahead of its time. And I always think that about Aquarius energy too, sometimes. Because that be the thing. Anyway, I have I'm a cuss baby. So I be having Aquarius energy sometimes. And I literally said that in the message today. It's like being a couple steps ahead. But, do with that energy what you will. An idea you may have had maybe ahead of time. And it's also given time travel. That's the thing. It could be from coast to coast. So that may be a thing. Someone may be going out of the country, but it may, or coming into the country. So it might, depending upon where you at, shit. So it's a change in the weather, a change in timing. Don't abandon it simply because others don't immediately understand it. Your community is changing. New connections may replace old ones as your values evolve. There's also encouragement to speak your truth respectfully but confidently. Innovation is your gift. So it's being ahead of time. And then it gives, if you lost, I will, and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. I don't know who sings that song. That's for some reason why I want to say Jody Watley. I don't think that's Jody Watley's song though. But it's given some time. They say go slow. I don't know if I'm singing that song right, but that's the words that I heard. They telling you to go slow, but it's the same thing that I said earlier. Just do it. It's like, why is it giving me running through the matrix? Okay, so Aquarius, it looks like this. So if I close my eyes, I can see the code. And you know how the code comes down? It's zeros, 11111000, whatever. That's the screen. But I'm running through the code because I'm trying to figure out what lines, what code I'm supposed to jump on. Because when you jump through the code, don't ask me how this happens, because if the code is a shower, like water, say like a water fountain that has thing, and I'm running through the code, a oil lamp. So that may be, you remember those old school oil lamps that had the lines like that? So if that's the matrix and this is the code, I'm running through the code. But if I can look up and I can see whatever is happening on all the codes. And so as I'm running through the code, I'm looking forward, but somehow I'm dodging the strings that are coming through because apparently I just know the code so well. So I'm running through the codes, but I'm also looking up because I'm seeing the visions of the things that are happening because I'm trying to find a specific moment in time to be able to jump through. And so it's not that easy for most people because they don't have the gift that you have. So that's why it always seems like you're evolving faster or you're ahead of time. But it's because you got a cheat code. So it's like also if somebody's playing the game, or it might be a good game. So if somebody's playing a game and they have like the controller, whatever, you know how they push the things, and it was like they gave you the cheat code so you can push X, 0, it's the code. So you're running, and then all of a sudden in the process of the oil lamp, when one of the code comes down, you see something that is very familiar, but mind you, it is also the feeling that you get. So you run towards that code and then you jump on that oil lamp, and so as you jump on that oil lamp, that's going to bring you down into the timing or the place that you're supposed to be in. That's what it looks like. So don't know if that helps, but innovation is your gift, and your affirmation is, I honor my unique vision because it's different from anybody else's. Pisces, your sensitivity is becoming wisdom rather than overwhelmed. So your sensitivity is becoming wisdom rather than overwhelmed. You spend enough time questioning whether your imagination or whether you're imagining certain red flags. But mind you, your imagination, your imagery is your superpower. So you spend enough time questioning whether you were imagining certain red flags. No, you were not. Mind you, the other thing, you can see things that other people can't see, even if it's ahead of time. So if somebody can correct it, because you can always correct the pathway or the timeline, or something can always intersect. But it doesn't stop you from being able to think or being able to see 10 steps ahead. So it's confirming your intuition has been trying to protect you all along. You're not wrong. It's like the thing that I told y'all before. In the Ethiopian Bible, God already predicted Jacob. But then somebody else came along and they rewrote the story. That doesn't stop what God said. It just means that if you don't know the story, then you're going to go along with whatever they're saying. So they may not know the real story. And so God already told you something. God said this. And then somebody else trying to come in and rewrite the story, but your source code is God. So they can't rewrite the story. And they can say that you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, up until you're right. And so have you ever knew something, thought something, then you let them tell you and you second guess yourself and it fucked you up? You were supposed to listen to the original source code. You already had it right. The red flags were the red flags. They just weren't red flags until they were red flags. It's like a person saying they don't lie. You don't lie until you do. You don't lie until I find out that you do. You don't cheat until I find out, because they've been cheating the whole entire time, but as long as they never got caught, then they was never a cheater. They are until they're not. So the red flags are white until they turn red. Anyway, it confirms that your intuition has been trying to protect you. Your intuition has been trying to protect you all along. You're entering a season of emotional clarity. The confusion begins lifting as people reveal themselves through consistent actions rather than words. Creative inspiration is especially strong right now. If you've been thinking about creating content, writing, painting, teaching, or sharing your gifts, this is an excellent time to begin. Definitely. Because there's so much change and stuff in the code. A heartfelt wish you've held close may start unfolding in unexpected ways. So you ask for a miracle, you ask for whatever you ask for. it's going to be given, because I see like it's like a flower. How I don't know if y'all seen like even dandelions in the yard. At certain points in time during the day they close up, and then the next day they open, and then they close again. So it's like whatever the moment in time is. So the window of opportunity, it's not over, it's just that it has to be open at the right time. And so just because if you're standing there and the flower is closed, that don't mean that it's dead. It means that the flower is just not open at that moment. So you just gotta wait. It's like I said, continue to get prepared. It's a wait. It's like waiting in line. So a heart-filled wish you've held close may start unfolding in unexpected ways. Don't mistake slow movement for no movement. The universe isn't asking you to rush. It's asking you to trust the timing of what's already making its way towards you. Because you are qualified. You just have to wait your turn. It's people that were already actively in front of you. The universe is correcting itself as many times, will correct itself as many times as necessary and needed in order to put itself into alignment. So if these people were already at the door, let me tell y'all. Also in this message, and don't ask me why I didn't write it, but this is also what it gave me. Do you know how it's so many people saying that they're qualified? So many people are qualified for a certain position. So I'm going to use it as far as me. I'm a streamer, right? And so I stream every day. I'm streaming right now with y'all. And it's billions of people that are getting into streaming. So because one, they know you can make money here, you know, it's a way of life, you know, to help you better, everybody, you know, is going through whatever they're going through. So all of a sudden everybody piles into, you know, this little section of life. And so it's like this person will figure out they don't like streaming, or they'll get canceled, or they'll get blocked. They'll go on. So that's one person off the list. Or 20 people will get blocked for, you know, whatever they do, accidentally doing this, that, or the third. Those people get taken out. So as the ball is this big, it starts to do this. It starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller, because people will get disqualified. People will get, you know, they'll get tired. People will realize this ain't some shit they want to do. Like, it's the thing. And so all of a sudden, it's like, as the ball was this big, it started to shrink. So it's still like the line, but it's a ball. And so everybody will do what they need to do. And then all of a sudden, it'll be these group of people that's standing there. Because what I've noticed is this. The ones that were here that actively started it, they're all being shown. So they're starting to be in like little groups. They're all streaming with each other. So they're creating, it's like a streamers union. So if this is the group, this is the senior streamers or whatever. These are the people that's been here. The guy was saying Kai was the leader because Kai, you know, been streaming since he was a kid. And they've been doing whatever. But meanwhile, there's other people who have actively been streaming too. In the midst of that, there's people who've been streaming for a while, but you know, whether they have a large platform, this, that, and the third, they ain't got sent to jail yet. Sooner or later, they'll be sent to jail. Anyway. The universe isn't asking you to rush. It's asking you to trust the timing of what's already making its way towards you. So your affirmation: I trust my intuition and I welcome the blessings meant for me. Because you don't want nobody else's shit. You want your own shit. Anyway, that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's exclusively for members. Okay? So you may be a member of something, or they may be trying to get you to be a member of something. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you wish to donate towards my channel, super stickers, super stars, super chats, super stickers are definitely welcome. The link to my GoFundMe is in the bio. Also my Cash App. If you wish to donate towards anything that I have going on or continue to help my channel evolve and grow, it would be greatly appreciated. Always go with God. Always go with God. And have the day that you deserve. And so will I. Thank you guys for being here. And see y'all tomorrow. Or later.